These young adults begin to discover Red Book about the time they apply for their marriage license, start life in their own homes, have their first baby, take out their first loan, and they stay with Red Book through their busiest years. As Red Book sees them, they are an energetic lot, a carefree lot.
I grew up on the South Hill, and my dad's still in the neighborhood. The house is great coming from Seattle. The space is nice, like the open floor plan. It was interesting to see the previous owners did a big remodel in it, and so it was coming from the original 50s layout to this is pretty interesting.
A lot of houses have covenants, a lot of subdevelopments have covenants. A lot of times they're, the color of the house, if you can have a fence on your border or not, how big the garage can be, these kind of defining things to give neighborhoods certain characteristics, like they want kind of a consistent look to the houses in the neighborhood.
So the covenant on this home had some surprising racist language in it, explicitly forbidding people, basically anyone who's not white, from living here. Yeah, so we were reading along and it's this is item C of like maybe 8 or 9 of them. And it literally this is next to like a thing about garages. So it's sort of in the same general kind of idea as that. It says, no race or nationality other than the white race shall use or occupy any building on any lot, except that this covenant shall not prevent occupancy by domestic servants of a different race or nationality employed by an owner or tenant. Family of color saw language like that, how would they feel? So I was interested in what legal remedies there were. Then it seemed like the legal remedy was to have it stricken from the document, but it felt like something more proactive than nothing.
My position about it is that those need to stay. And it's not that it's a pleasant subject, because it's not. I mean, I'm going to go buy a house, I want to see if this was part of a racial covenant. Yay, that makes me feel good. No, it doesn't. That's the problem, is that we're so into trying to feel good about what we're doing that we don't take responsibility for how we got to this place that we have the option of feeling good about what we're doing.
Atrocities was that the Germans did to our Jewish brothers and sisters. We cannot expunge these records from the housing, because for me it says, now look where Spokane has come from the horrific place that they've been. Do we have work to do? The answer is yes, but look how far we've come that I can buy a home in that very area that they prohibited me from but 50 years ago.
Well, first, before any white people, before any Europeans showed up, this was land that indigenous people had. It was home to the Spokane tribe for generations, for millennia probably. But beyond that, ever since European descendants showed up, ever since white people showed up, black people were here too. Some of the earliest residents of this town were black people, were African Americans.
We can only rent in certain places where certain landlords would take our particular vouchers or our housing aids. And predominantly that was housed near other people of color in the city. We were in the lower part of the South Hill. Prior to that, we wouldn't be able to buy a home in a city because of my color. Many believe that we didn't have that racist history in our community, and it did exist. I think they act as a shiner of light upon issues of civil rights or injustice or inequality in our city.
So the question comes is, how do we heal this? Okay, well, you've had generations of privilege and we didn't, so you're bad now that you've had generations of privilege. No, that's not the answer. The answer is that it wasn't okay But what is okay for now is for you to understand that this happened, right? And to have that understanding be a foundation into which you operate now. You don't get to sweep it under the carpet. You don't get to wipe it away. You don't get to whitewash it or blackline it. You move forward with that understanding.
The point is, this place is unique. And we do not have any more time to talk about what is wrong with Spokane. It is time to make things right with Spokane.